Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Alex Eala takes a break to recharge for National Bank Open in Canada. After a whirlwind grass season that saw her make history for Philippine tennis, Filipina tennis ace Alex Eala is hitting pause, but not for long. Following her back-to-back appearances at the French Open and a milestone Wimbledon debut, the 20-year-old tennis star is now taking a short break, soaking in some sun and sea before jumping back into the competitive circuit. In her Instagram post, Eala shared a photo of herself on vacation. But prior to that, she wrote in a post, "Sometimes, the grass is greener on your own side. See you all on the green next year." Despite her first-round exits in both singles and doubles at the prestigious Wimbledon tournament, Eala still walks away with a hefty reward, which is roughly $5.07 million. Had she advanced to the second round, the prize would have bumped up to £99,000. Still, the early loss doesn't dim the spotlight on Eala, who made waves by becoming the first Filipino to reach a WTA final just weeks earlier in Eastbourne. That accomplishment alone marked a high point in her grass court season, and it's only fueling her hunger for more. Now it's back to business. Eala is slated to compete next at the National Bank Open in Canada, a WTA 1000 tournament happening from July 26th to August 7th. The tournament recently announced its main draw entries, with Eala, currently ranked number 56 in the world, among them. This serves as a crucial part of her preparations for the U.S. Open, which runs from August 24th to September 7th in New York. From clay to grass and now hard courts, Eala's journey is a steady climb toward elite status. A much-needed break may have come in between, but don't blink, she's far from done. There's a rhythm to Alex Eala's life, a cadence of airports, rackets, relentless serves, and roaring crowds. At just 19, she has become a fixture in the world of tennis, balancing pressure and promise with a maturity far beyond her years. But even the fiercest storms need a quiet sky, and even the strongest athletes need stillness. As July crept into the calendar, Eala made a decision to pause, to step back, not from ambition, but for it. A necessary silence. In the weeks leading up to the National Bank Open in Canada, Alex Eala had been on a steady climb. Coming off a string of tournaments across Europe and Asia, she'd shown glimpses of brilliance. Her signature court awareness, her calculated aggression, her unshakable calm under pressure. But in the locker room, away from the cameras and bright lights, fatigue whispered. It wasn't dramatic. There was no injury, no dramatic meltdown, just the quiet understanding of a young athlete wise enough to listen to her own body. Sometimes, stepping away is what brings you closest to your goals, she said in a candid post on social media. Her fans understood. More than that, they admired it. So she paused. While her peers pushed through summer circuits, Eala returned home to the Philippines. For a few precious weeks, the grunts of the court gave way to birdsong and beach waves. Instead of early morning sprints, there were unhurried mornings with family. The silence wasn't empty, it was healing. The ocean's metronome. In her hometown, the days felt different. Time was no longer measured by points won or matches lost, but by the sway of palm trees and the shift of the tide. On one afternoon, barefoot on the shoreline, Eala watched children rally with makeshift paddles. She smiled, remembering when she was just like them, playing under the sun until the sky turned pink. Back then, tennis was pure joy, untouched by pressure. And here, in this moment, that joy returned. Her brother joined her later, and they played a casual match, no score, no audience. Just laughter, just rhythm. The ocean behind them moved like breath, slow and eternal. Training, but softer. Eala didn't abandon training altogether. Rest, for her, didn't mean rust. But the pace changed. She worked with her longtime coach in shorter sessions, focused more on flexibility, mindset, and recovery. Yoga replaced HIIT. Meditation replaced match simulations. She even took a day off just to sketch and paint, two hobbies she rarely had time for. "I think mental fitness is a weapon," she said in a recent interview. "If my mind is rested and sharp, my body will follow." There's wisdom in that. In a sport where matches can hinge on a single point, a sliver of doubt, or a momentary lapse in focus. The mind can be the fiercest tool or the weakest link. This break wasn't just physical. It was a strategic reset. The North calls. Canada loomed on the horizon, not as a threat, but as a summit to be climbed. The National Bank Open, held in Montreal and Toronto, was more than just another tournament. It was one of the WTA 1000 events, a proving ground for rising stars, a battlefield for the elite. Eala had competed on big stages before, but this would be her first time entering Canada's premier event as a dark horse. Not yet seeded, but no longer underestimated. Analysts already whispered about her. Watch the Filipina. She's dangerous on hard courts. Still young, but already tactically smart. As the event approached, she traded island courts for indoor facilities in Manila. The sweat returned, the laser focus, the grind. But something had changed. Her eyes were clearer, her stroke sharper. She wasn't just preparing. She was poised. The bigger picture. For Alex Eala, the journey has always been more than medals. She carries the weight of representation, a Southeast Asian female athlete competing at the highest level in a global sport still dominated by traditional powerhouses. Every win is a milestone not just for her, but for the region. Yet she refuses to let that pressure cloud her love for the game. In a recent journal entry shared with her fans, she wrote, "Sometimes I forget how lucky I am to do what I love, to represent something bigger, to chase a dream that's still growing." And that's what this break really was. A pause to remember the why behind the what. Arrival. As Eala boards her flight to Toronto, racket bag in tow, she's not just another player heading to a tournament. She's a story unfolding, a storm gathering after stillness. Her team, small but tight-knit, joins her. They joke in Tagalog as they check in, and for a moment, it feels like any other trip. But inside, she knows, Canada is a new chapter. She's rested, she's recharged, and most importantly, she's ready. After the quiet, the roar. Tennis fans in Canada are in for show, because Alex Eala, the girl who once played barefoot by the sea, who took a moment to breathe, who smiled into the silence, she's coming. And she's bringing thunder.